Thank you. Yeah, guys, can we see what is in front of us now? The BA, most especially.
It's not too clear.
It's not too clear. Okay, give me 1 minute. I'll have to jump out and jump back in. Stop sharing. You let me know if this is better. Is this a better view?
Yes, this is good.
This is good. It's
Yeah.
okay.
So good. For the BAs, this is for you. Yeah, we're starting with this. It's more like an assignment. Yeah. But first, you see what I have here on my right. Define the following: Epic, Future, and PBIs. Yeah. So we'll take that one home. I will also take this one down here, decompose the requirements below. Yeah. We'll take that home. Yeah. Let's see what we can come up with. Now, we're going to be looking at the requirement. This is basically an online banking system. Yeah, it's connected to the use case that we'll be looking at today. Yeah, so that's why I just wanted us to look into this first, then we jump into the use case. And hopefully people will join us. Yeah. Let me start recording. So do we actually understand what is in front of us here in terms of the requirement and how requirement can be broken down? Yeah. Now.
Yeah, I think so. We're filling the blanks there. Yeah, sorry, I'm a Scrum Master, but can I speak? Because I thought
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, we're filling the blanks here. For example, the first one when you say 1.0 dash is a customer is required to create an account to available service offers by bank. Bank verifies details and creates new accounts for each new customer. Do you want us to use an Epic?
Okay.
Are you asking us to say if that is an Epic or a Future?
Okay. Yes, basically that's where we're going to go. Let me explain this. When you see requirement that starts from 1.0, that's high level. Yeah. And that might require further decomposition. Yeah. So the point where we have actionable task, which we call the PBIs. Yeah. So now 1.0 is the requirement high level. So what I wanted us to do here is to fill in that space. Yeah. What is the requirement that we've broken down into these two steps, which is a customer is required to create an account. Yeah. And a customer and bank verifies details and create new account for each customer.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically what we are looking at here is more like a registration or a sign up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and I've also, okay, now I'm going into the use case. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to give us this, yeah, so that we will look into it and try to come up with something and probably fill in the blank. Yeah. Don't have to submit it, you know, but just make sense of it. So the second one is customer shall be able to manage their account. Yeah. So you see 2.1, each customer can check balance. Yeah. And if you notice under it, 2.2 is blank. But if you look at 2.1 very well, yeah, there's another requirement there. We have like 2 requirements on that 2.1.
Yeah.
So one of the requirements in the 2.1, we need to move down to the 2.2. Am I making sense? Just read the line very well. You see that there's another requirement there.
Yeah, I think the one we are moving down is the initiate request to transfer.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah?
Yeah.
So now let's look at the third one. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't understand what you are saying.
Are you a BA?
I'm a PA.
Okay. Do you know what requirement is?
Yes.
Okay.
Information.
Look at 2. You understand 2.1 very well? Is it
No,
clear?
no, please.
You don't
Maybe you
understand
just start
2.1
from the
very well.
beginning. I don't understand what.
Okay. 2.1, there's a dash. Say fill in the space. Yeah? That is high level requirement. Yeah? That needs further decomposition. Yeah? Now, 1.1 is linked to 1.0. And 1.2 is also linked to 1.0. Yeah? So 1.1 and 1.2 is a decomposition of 1.0, which is the high level requirement. So for the 1.1, we have customer is required to create an account. Yeah? Then 1.2, bank will verify customers' details before creating the customer's account. Does it make sense now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, when I say fill in the blank, it simply means what will now be the blank space. What will be in the blank space? Yeah. So you feel that just create something, just fill in the blank space. Now, number 2, I helped you in case you don't understand number 1. Yeah. Number 2 will help you to understand what you need to be looking at in number 1. So number 2 is a little bit different from number 1. Yeah. Number 2, the requirement is customer shall be able to manage their account. Now, that's high level. Yeah. So what does manage their account means? Now here it says, if you follow the line 2.1, it says each customer can check their balance. Yeah. And there's also another requirement there that I want us to move down to 2.1, no, 2.2. Is that clear? The other lady that asked it, I was not too sure what is.
Yeah, I'm following you.
Is it clear now?
Yeah, to an extent, yeah.
Okay, fine. Your BA, the BA in your team, you guys can look at this and just try to do something. Yeah, it's just for us to understand how requirements can be captured and further break down to, to our user story. Yeah. Now let's look at number 3. Now, what we are doing is related to the use case that we're about to look at now. I'm just using this to buy some time. Yeah. Now, number 3, a customer can execute cash transaction where the customer must either add cash value to the bank account or withdraw cash from the account. Now, this one is quite different. Yeah. The requirements, the high level requirements, let's define the high level requirement and let's further break down that high level requirement to other requirements. They are there. Yeah, it's captured there in that line because that's how your requirements, that's how your customer or the business might explain what they want or describe what they want. So it's now left for you, the BA, to make sense of this statement. Yeah? Are we all on the same page?
Yeah. Can I just
Continue.
give a
Not clear,
take this to be clear? I'm clear, but
I have 3 minutes more. Yeah? Okay, go on.
Yeah, let me just ask, like this number 3.
Yeah.
So it can be something like payment options. and then you've got cash and bank payment or something like that similar. Is that the way? Is that that's the way I understand it? That you can provide the payment options on this account.
Okay,
either
it's
cash-
simple. It's
is that-
simple. I've even highlighted it there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
A customer can execute cash
Cash
transactions.
transactions.
Yeah. That is probably your high level. Now, what does cash transaction means? That means customer can either deposit cash
Withdraw.
or withdraw.
Yeah.
So that means we have a requirement for customer to deposit cash, and we have another requirement for customer to withdraw cash from his account.
Cash.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But the requirement there is that customer can execute cash transaction.
Transactions.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so with the third line, yeah, we'll use this narrative, yeah, to further decompose what we have in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, let's be careful, yeah? The requirement might just be 1, yeah, or 2. Yeah, because if you read those lines very well, you see that they are connected because they are talking about something, loan. There's a loan, there's one that you have, the one that has to do with your manager, but just look at it very well, yeah, and get the requirements and further break that requirement that you could extract from here down to further requirements, yeah. Okay, so that will be what we'll take home. Yeah. Then I want us to also define what an epic is.
Mistake to Shelelu.
I want us to further define what an epic is,
No cause, but
feature and PBI.
What do you?
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, forgive me. Yeah. I've not really. I just quickly.
Sorry, hello. This is hello. Emmanuel, please unmute you.
Use case diagram. Yeah. So this is what we are looking at today. For the BA, do we understand what functional requirement is and non-functional requirement? Yeah, so those are the things we'll need to be. Those are the things that we'll be looking at. We're not talking about requirement now. Yeah, probably, I believe they've taken requirement session. Yeah, so you can go back to it and review what functional and non-functional requirement is. But in this case, we're looking at a use case. Yeah, what is a use case? Yeah, a use case is simply a behavioral UML diagram. What does that mean? What is UML diagram? Simply stands, UML diagram is a standard for software modeling. That is a standard for sketching out design of a system. Yeah. Now, what does behavioral UML diagram mean? It's simply the behavior of the system, yeah, that you are trying to build. Yeah. It's focused on the use, is like I mentioned here, is user oriented, not system oriented, because it's looking at it from the perspective of the user. For example, what are the actions the user are going to be taking or be doing in the system? Yeah. And how the system interacts with the actors. Basically, that's what it means. I also said it's used to describe a model for functional requirements of a system. Now, a use case diagram is a high-level diagram. Yeah, it doesn't tell you much details. Yeah, it only shows stakeholder a broad view of the system. Yeah, it's more or less a visual summarization of the interaction of this user's action and the response to the user's action. Yeah. Now, the exercise we did before we came to this page, yeah, we've identified requirements there. Yeah. And also in that requirement, we could also see the actors in that requirement. Yeah. So a use case diagram identifies functions. Yeah. And the roles the actors play. Yeah. Now, this is a UML diagram. So if you look very well, you see it has two angle or two types, which is the structural one and the behavioral one. And the use case is under the behavioral one. Yeah, the structural one is what the data analysts use most of the time. Yeah, you also use it as well. Yeah, because if you are designing your organogram, for instance, that's a structural diagram. Yeah. If you are talking about your work breakdown structure, yeah, you are looking at the structural diagram, how you're going to decompose that. Yeah. But for the behavioral one, is basically looking at how the system is going to behave. Yeah, just like you're writing your user story. Yeah, your use case, your user story is a form of a use case because you are focusing more on the functional requirement. Yeah, how will the system behave? Now, if you also look at this diagram, you see activity diagram. I believe some of us have done the process flow. That's basically the activity diagram. Yeah. Okay. So let's go into the use case proper. Now, elements or notation of a use case diagram. Now, there are 4 elements, yeah, or notation of a use case diagram. One is the system, meaning what you are trying to develop. Yeah. Now, if you look at your project very well, you already know what your project is all about. Probably you are designing or you want to the system is what you are designing and is usually represented by a rectangular shape. Yeah, it's usually represented by a rectangular shape. Yeah. Now, another element of the use case is the actor. Yeah. Now, the actor can be a human or a machine, or can also be time. Yeah. For example, when I mean time, look, you're talking about trigger. Yeah. Time can trigger an action. Yeah. So an actor is usually depicted by the, you can see the skeletal, the stick man, the stick image. Yeah. And usually we have a primary and a secondary actor. The primary actor is usually on the left-hand side, while the secondary actor is on the right-hand side. Yeah. The primary actor initiates the action, while the secondary actor responds to the action the primary actor has initiated. Yeah. Moving down. Yeah. And then 3, another element or notation of a use case diagram is the use case itself. It simply means the activities or actions that the actors are going to be performing with the system. Yeah. For example, we could see the actor would have to log in or register or book a course or make payments. Yeah. And you can see it's usually within an oval shape. The oval shape represents the use case. Yeah. Every action within the oval shape is the action that the actor is trying to perform. Now, you can also see in this box, the rectangle box is more like the scope or the boundary. So everything inside the rectangle box, yeah, is what the system will be doing. Anything outside the rectangle box is out of scope, but the actors are always outside the rectangle box because they are the one actually performing that action. So that means a use case simply shows the interaction between the system and its external environment or its external users. Yeah. So number 4, notation is the relationship or the communication link. Now, there are various types of relationship. The first one is association. Now, it's usually the solid line, yeah, linking the actor to the use case. Yeah, the solid line linking the actor to the use case as it's shown here. Yeah, so the actor communicates with the login or performs that action. The actor is linked to this action, which is register, is linked to booking, is linked to payment. Now, another example is this. Yeah, this is the actor, the customer. Yeah, is linked to transfer funds, which is the use case. Yeah. Now, still on the relationship. Okay. This is an example of a use case diagram. Now, let's look at this diagram very well. Yeah. An ATM machine. Yeah. We could see an actor here. Yeah. Which is a customer. We could also see another actor here. Remember, I said an actor is either, yeah, a person or a machine or even time. Yeah. Like trigger. Yeah. So we have a customer as an actor and we have a bank as an actor. Yeah. We also have an ATM electrician that manages the system, the ATM machine. Yeah. So this is an ATM machine. Yeah. What happens with the customer? How does the customer interact with the machine? First, customer can check balance. Customer can also deposit funds. Now, understand this. There's a reaction on the other side. You remember, actor, primary actor is on the left, secondary actor is on the right. Now, if the customer initiates an action, which is to check balance, the bank responds. Yeah, so that's why you see the link to the bank. So if customer also initiates an action, which is to deposit funds, the bank also responds. It simply means that, yeah, there's connection between deposit fund and the bank, and there's also connection between deposit fund and the actor. So the customer initiates these transactions and the bank simply responds. So all these transactions are linked with the bank. Now let's look at the second primary actor here, yeah, which is the technician. What does the technician do? Maintains the system or repair the system. And you can still see both maintain and repair the system is connected to the bank because the bank is also linked to the system. Now let's look at this car rental system. Yeah, on the right-hand side, we could see as a customer, what can you do? You can log in. Yeah, if you log in, there is a response, yeah, from the employee of the car rental system. Yeah, the employee interacts with the login as well. Yeah, look at the customer again, the customer registration. Yeah, you can see in this case, there's really no interaction. Yeah, but the system probably might save your details when you register, so that at every point in time when you go back, I didn't capture that here, at every point in time when you go back to the system, you can log in and the system will recognize your identity and allows you to log in successfully. So the customer can also search car. Yeah, the customer can search car and also make reservation. Yeah, the customer can make payments as well. Yeah, there is another actor here, which is the insurance company. Yeah, so you can see that it's also linked to the payment. Yeah, and also there's another manager here. Yeah, they are all employee on the left. These two guys here simply react to this guy here. Yeah, so the manager probably gives authorization at a certain level, certain threshold, payment threshold, or in this case, view monthly rental reports, probably for planning. Yeah. Okay. So we've talked about the system. We've also talked about the actors, and we're talking about the we've talked about the use case. Yeah. So now we're talking about the association, which is the link. Now, the first one that we looked at is, we're talking about relationship. The first relationship is the association one, which is the solid line linking the actor and the use case. Yeah. The next one is include relationship and include relationship and extend relationship. Yeah. Now, include relationship simply is there is a base use case, which is, for example, login, and there's also a complementary use case, which is usually an include use case. Yeah. For example, if an actor logs in, there is a complementary action where the system automatically verifies the customer's login details. Now, in this case, yeah, it is automatic and it will always happen. Every time the customer log in, the system automatically, yeah, verifies customers' credentials. Yeah. Now, for an extend relationship is the opposite. First, yeah, it doesn't always happen. That's one thing you need to know about the extend relationship. It's not automatic. It doesn't always happen. It's similar to the include relationship, but the difference is that it doesn't always happen. Now let's look at how do we identify what an include, how do we denote an include relationship? Now, if you see the arrow here, yeah, it simply shows us that every time we have a base use case, yeah, there is a complementary action, which is the include use case. This will always happen. And you can see the arrow. It shows once you action this, this will happen for that action to be complete. That means if you click on login or you action login or you perform login function, yeah, automatically the system verifies your login credentials. So you see the arrow pointing at the include use case. Now for the exclude use case is the opposite. That means every time you log in, yeah, an error message is displayed. Now the error message is simply shows that probably your login credentials is not correct. So it displays that error. But like I said again, it's not always automatic. Yeah. But it's more like this login include use case is more like a happy part. Yeah. If everything goes smoothly. Why for the extend relationship is more like an alternative part. If things didn't go correctly, yeah, a message will be displayed. For an instance, yeah, when you sneeze, yeah, automatically you close your eyes, yeah, and if people are around you, sometimes you say, excuse me, sometimes you don't. So that's why you see the excuse me is an extend relationship, but the include relationship, which is closing your eyes, which always happen when you sneeze, is the include relationship. So that closing eyes will always happen when you sneeze. But when you say, excuse me, it doesn't always happen. Yeah. Let's look at this again. This is another requirement. Yeah. So we have a high level requirement, which is a user must provide appropriate details to secure a login. Yeah. Now, 1.1, yeah, which is broken down again. Yeah. If a user enter his or her appropriate details, user is allowed to log in. And I put there, software must check and verify the details at every attempt to log in. Yeah. Now, 1.2 says different. It says, however, if the details entered by the user are incorrect, software must be able to catch and display problem to the user and allow the user to re-enter details. Yeah, basically, requirement 1.1 simply shows an include relationship. Why requirement 1.2 shows an extend relationship? I think at this point I have to ask, are we still on the same page? Or am I moving too fast?
No, we are with you.
Yes,
Okay.
you are.
That means I'm doing well, or we are doing well. Okay.
Yes, you're doing well, but I have a question, sir, please.
Okay, go on.
Okay, yes. I wanted to first confirm process map and use case diagram. They are quite different, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means process map is used for IT-based products, while use case is used for institutions.
Okay. Simply put it like this. A use case diagram is a high-level diagram. Yeah. A process map or a process flow, yeah, also can be high level, yeah, because we have level of process. For most cases, process map is usually a more low level diagram. Yeah, it's low level diagram. Use case is always high level. Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes, hold on. Sometimes before your project, yeah, would be approved. Yeah, go through the approval process. The business actually wants to see, yeah, what the system will be doing. Now, at this point, there is no much detail. For example, there's no detail about the login functionality. How will the login yeah, come together at the end of the day. It's not here. So that's why it's high level. But for process flow, yeah, it's already been decomposed. That's why you have things like login process. Yeah, login process flow or any process flow, because it shows you activities, yeah, that more detailed activities that you're going to be doing. Yeah, so it's more low level diagram. Did I actually answer your question?
Yes, you did. Last question is that use case diagram, does it use a software?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get there, don't worry. Yeah. But apart from him, who else have a question so far? Interesting. Okay. So let's move to the next. This is another example. Yeah. So let's look at this. Let's take our time. 1 minute. Let's look at the system. Yeah. And let's see what's wrong with the system, or what is right with the system. Or is this design, does this design make sense? Yeah. If anybody have a query with this system, you can indicate by saying something. Okay. So I'll give us just 5 seconds. If nobody says anything, then I'll explain this.
No, the ticket, the cancel ticket, there is no any error message.
The cancel ticket. Okay. Let me first answer your question. Yeah?
Okay.
Cancel ticket. Your requirement did not tell you to display an error message. Now understand, yeah? I've gathered the requirement, yeah? And I'm now using this display, this visual representation or summary to interact with my stakeholders. So I will have to walk through this with my stakeholders, yeah, so that they have an understanding of what the system is going to be doing. Now remember, I got the requirement from them, yeah. So when we are looking at this, when we are doing a walkthrough, yeah, the stakeholder might identify something that is not there, just like you mentioned, no error message. Yeah. Now you've identified that there's no error message here. So maybe during this session like this, you tell your stakeholder there's no error message here. It might be an oversight from them, yeah, or even from you. But you are now in this session, yeah, where you are walking them through what you've gathered. Then they will tell you if they actually want an error message or not. Yeah. So because the system you are building is for them. Yeah, they are paying you for this. Yeah. So you actually don't insist that the system should be the way you want it. It's their system. Yeah. So they tell you what they want. Yeah. If you have an idea of how things can work better, you can suggest, but it's also left for them to say is okay or not okay. But whatever they want is what you are building. Yeah. Okay. So in this system, airline reservation system, you can see that the passenger, which is yourself, yeah, because you are the user now, you can log in. You can also check availability. You can also book a ticket. Now, remember, every time you try to book a ticket, yeah, sometimes you can decide to choose a seat. But if you are like me, that will want to wait for 9 minutes so that I'll get free seats, yeah, I will just wait until I get to the airport or the day of check-in to check in, yeah. So that means every time I book a ticket, I don't always have to choose a seat. Yeah, that's why it shows extend relationship. Now remember, the arrow is pointing back to the ticket because it doesn't always happen. Yeah. It's more like a thing of choice. Yeah. Again, let's look at the next one, which is payment. Customer can, or passenger makes payment. Okay. Every time customer makes payment, yeah, customer book a ticket and make payment, the bank will do the needful. The bank will verify first, yeah, if or validate the card details. Yeah. Another thing the bank would also do is to verify if you have sufficient funds. Yeah. So that means every time you make payment, there is a validation card detail action, complementary action. Yeah. That is an include relationship. So now let's look at admin. Yeah. Admin can cancel your ticket. You can call in and tell them to cancel your ticket. Yeah. Or probably if there's a problem with your ticket, admin can cancel it. Yeah. You can also, okay, sorry. Yeah. Admin can cancel your ticket. You can also cancel your ticket. So you can see the connection there from admin and from you, the passenger. Now, admin can also update the flight schedule. That means the system, yeah, would also have the functionality for updates, yeah, which admin would do at the back end. So admin is another customer, yeah, that interacts with the system, just like the bank also is a customer to, or is an actor that interacts with the system. Yeah. Yes. The next relationship here is the generalization. This sometimes is confusing. Yeah. Or sometimes called specialized relationship or inheritance. Yeah. Mother to children or children to mother. The connection is usually to the top. Yeah. For example, we could see payment. Yeah. Now, customer can decide to make payment via credit card or MasterCard or PayPal. Yeah. But you can see either payments in this case are connected to the payment at the top. Customer is the use case, which is payment at the top. Customer is making payment. Yeah. Then the specialization is the area. What type of payment are you making? Or what method of payment are you using? MasterCard or PayPal? Yeah. Now on your right hand side, yeah, okay, I didn't explain this. The user, yeah, a user can also be specialized. Like I said, the child to parents relationship. Yeah. So we have old user, we have new user. Both of them are user. Yeah. So we have a specialty of old and also a specialty of new, but they are both user. Yeah. So now let's look at the diagram on the right. I'll give us just like a minute to look at it. Yeah. And see if we can make sense of what is there. So if anybody have questions, the person can just speak. Otherwise, I'll count 1 to 5, then I'll move on. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, can I just say something? But this is something in the previous diagram you presented before this one.
Okay.
My hand was up, but you went ahead. If you can bring it back, would that be okay? I just wanted to be sure about something. That's The previous one, yeah. Okay, here, because you asked about something that is, what is wrong with this one? Well, I'm speaking from a Scrum Master's perspective. Maybe I'm not quite sure if this is right, but you were talking about action on action from the bank. You
Yeah.
talked about payment, and then there was action from the bank actually.
Okay.
But I also think that if the ticket is cancelled, there should also be an action from the bank, because I mean, if they have validated, they have made a payment, then if there is a bank, there should be a reverse of that payment, isn't it?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So I just
Okay.
wanted to be sure.
Now,
Yeah.
if that is your requirement, yeah, then
Yeah.
make sure it's shown. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, remember what I said again.
Mm.
The system, you can see, air reservation system is usually in a rectangle box. That's the system you are building, or the app you are building, the application you are building. Yeah. The actors is usually external. Yeah. So the actors are interacting with the system. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the actors are external. Yeah. And the actors can be primary or secondary actor. Remember, the primary actor is usually on the left.
Yes.
The secondary actors are usually on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the action that the actors are going to be performing within the system is the use case. Yeah. So if you look at login, is a use case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Check availability is a use case. Yeah. Now, the relationship between the actors and the use case is the line drawn from the actor connecting that use case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this solid line drawn from the actor to the use case, yeah, is known as an association relationship. So the relationship between the actor and the login is an association relationship.
Yeah.
Same goes to all the other use cases as well, as they are connected to admin and passengers, and also the bank. Yeah. So now we also have another relationship called the extend or the include.
Yeah.
Now, identifying the extend or depicting the extend relationship is the arrow pointing directly to the include use case. So that means for an include use case, for you to depict the include use case, there will always be a base use case, which for instance, the payment, and a complementary action. Yeah, to complete this payment, there have to be a complementary action, which makes it an include use case. Yeah. So you see the arrow pointing directly to that. Yeah. We also have another relationship, the extend relationship. Yeah. You can see the arrow goes backwards. It shows that this extend use case, yeah, does not always happen whenever you action the base use case. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a summary.
Definitely.
Any question?
Yes. Why is the admin not a secondary actor?
Okay. The admin can be a secondary actor. So when you are doing your design, you can decide that your admin should be a secondary actor. But in this my own case, yeah, we could see that admin is also a user of that same system. Yeah, their function is more like the function that you, the passenger, is actually doing. They are just supporting the passenger. Yeah. But if you want to put it on the right, yeah, because they are responding. But if you see in this case, the admin is not responding. The admin is actually initiating. See, admin can cancel. Yeah. Admin can update flights. They are initiating the action. They are not responding to the action. But in this case here, the bank is responding. That's why the bank is on the right. So if you have an admin that is on the right, yeah, it's possible. But that means customer. Someone has another device.
So what you're saying basically is that the primary initiates and the secondary
response.
That is a distribution factor. That's a distribution.
Yes.
One initiates and the other one responds.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Does it make sense now? Okay. So let's look at this.
Hello,
this is
sorry.
basically a summary.
Hello, sorry, this is Rahman.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, I'll still talk about the previous you just show about the bank airline. For the bank to validate the details of the card as well, they have to initiate to confirm.
Bank don't initiate. Yeah. Okay. Bank don't tell you come to the bank and do a transaction. You go to the bank, you do transaction, then they react by doing the needful.
Yeah. Okay.
Bank again can initiate a transaction by advertising. Yeah. But looking at this, the bank is not initiating. Yeah. The bank does not know when you want to do a transaction. Does it make sense now?
Okay, yes.
Somebody has two devices. He's using two devices at the same time, so it's echoing. Okay, so now let's look at this. This diagram on the right. Still have time, yeah? Okay, I'll skip this because of the guys that are going to their session by 9. It's 9 o'clock. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is another example. We'll come back to this. Now we have another notation called the extension point. It's similar to the extend relationship, but the difference here is there's more details in the extend relationship. Yeah. Now, for example, you want to register. Yeah. And probably you need help to register. Yeah. Or you need assistance to understand probably the terms and conditions of the system before you register. Yeah. You want to have an idea or you need a guide. So that means every time you still have a base use case, which is the register. Yeah. Now, every time you action the base, every time you action the base use case, yeah, you could see an extend use case, yeah, which is you pull up, yeah, the user guide, yeah, or you go to the user guide first, yeah, before you can register. So that means you have to view the user guide and probably read it for you to register. But do you always use the guide? No. Sometimes you just go in and enter your details and you bang on, you move on. Yeah. And sometimes too, yeah, you might likely want to view the terms and conditions to have an understanding before you commit yourself in registry. But we don't always do that. And remember, because it doesn't always happen, that makes it an extend relationship. Now, but because we need a guide, yeah, or we need to view a document to help us in case we want to complete that registration, yeah, it makes it an extension point. This one is a little bit complex, yeah, but usually you hardly find a use case that will tell you about the extension point because it's more details. So your user story will capture all this. But again, if you can design your own system to capture it, then that's fantastic. Yeah. So basically, that's the end. This is basically an example capturing everything we've talked about. Yeah. The primary actor is secondary actor. The primary actor registers. Yeah. The system, there's supposed to be no connection here. The system automatically, yeah, saves the customer's credentials. Customer can log in. Every time customer logs in, the system verifies customer's password or details. Now, every time customer logs in again, yeah, and customer details is incorrect, the system displays an error message. Yeah. Now, customer can also book a course. Maybe this is an LMS system, learning management system. Yeah. Customer book a course. This is admin now. Yeah. Admin responds by acknowledging the customers, by sending an acknowledgement. Yeah. Customer make payment. Admin or the bank acknowledge the payment. Now, again, payment in this case is a generalization. Yeah, that could be broken down to specialized relationship. Yeah. So payment can either be card payment or bank transfer. Now, again, I think I've missed one line. Every time customer makes payment, there should be another association, another communication between the bank and verify customers fund. Yeah, you can see every time customer makes payment, the bank automatically verifies the fund. Now, there should be a line drawn from that, yeah, secondary actor to this use case. It happens every time customer makes payment. Yeah. So those payments include relationship, but there's a line from here. Again, I don't have to even include the line here because this is generalization. So it shows that every time customer make payment, either by bank transfer or by card, yeah, this happens. Yeah. So again, this is another example of an extension point. Yeah, you can see to set up your account profile or your profile, yeah, you need help or you want to go into the privacy information to understand what you need to do, yeah, or how it's going to affect you or how your data is going to be managed, yeah. So that means you need, because you don't always have to do it, it becomes an extended relationship because you want to use, you need another action, yeah, to help you get here. It becomes extend relationship so as to show privacy information. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it does.
We're doing well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Someone asked a question about what tools are we going to use to create the use case. Now, I believe the BAs have installed Visio. Yeah, there are other tools that you can use. Yeah, we have Draw.io. We have Lucidchart. There are so many tools that you can use. Yeah, to create a use case. But here, yeah, this organization, we are using Visio. But if you want to try your hands on any other tool, you're welcome. Just play with it. Yeah. So again, these are the steps you can take to create one. Yeah. I will share this just to guide us. Yeah. Again, it's just a little bit of a breakdown, and thank you. Yeah, I hope I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you with this little point of mine. Yeah. So
I'm confused though.
You're confused. Okay. Are you a Scrum Master?
Yes.
You're a Scrum Master. Okay. The DA have a session now. If anybody from the DA wants to leave now, or if they have a question, they can quickly ask their question before they jump out.
DAs and QA.
The QA as well. They have the QA. If you want
automation.
Come again.
I thought you were trying to know what they have. I said
the DAs and the QAs. Yeah. You have your session now. So if you want to quickly ask your question before you jump out, you're welcome. Just ask. Yeah. So that I address it before you go. Or otherwise, your teammates, the BAs, they will explain further. Yeah. So if there's no question from the QAs and the DAs, they can jump out, yeah, so that they can quickly connect with their next tutor for their session. So the Scrum Master, again, someone ask a question, Scrum Master, that you are confused. Yeah? What are you confused about? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. The Scrum Master that asks that she's confused, can she speak? Can she ask me a question or tell me what she's confused about?
Sorry, I'm confused about the whole process, but I will try and watch the video again. I guess that's what I'm going to have to do.
Okay. It's not really your headache, yeah, but it's good that you understand this so that whenever the BA are trying to communicate, again, when you are in your sprint planning, yeah, or refinement, yeah, and they're trying to explain what the requirement is, yeah, you understand what all these things, denotes, the actors, the system that you're trying to build, the use cases. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Is there any question again?
Yeah, sorry, I have a question. I just need more clarity about how we can easily identify what should be an extension and what should be included.
Okay. So what you want me to do is to give you a demo.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I don't think you guys can share screen. Can anybody share screen? Is it possible for someone to share screen?
Yes.
I think except if the person is being made a host.
Okay, don't worry. Let me quickly pick up my system. I think I have Visio as well.
I'm sorry, I'm raising my hand. I have a question.
Yeah, go on.
Can I just ask, because I'm a BA, so if we are given this task, do we still need to write a user story before we can do a use case rather? Do we need to write a user story first? If you are doing, maybe we want to do a process map or wireframe, we need to write user story and acceptance criteria. So this one as well, do we need to write user story?
I understand your question. Yeah? Now, it's simple. A use case diagram is a high-level diagram. Now, you remember, let me take us back to the top. Were you here when we started?
Yes, yes.
I mentioned, okay, let me take us here. Let me open up this. Yeah? Now, let's say this is our requirement. A user must provide appropriate details to secure the login. Yeah, basically, they're talking about login requirements. Yeah. Now, this login, yeah, that's high level, yeah, is what you use for your use case. You see, there is no much detail about it. Yeah. So these two items here, yeah, actually depicts what you are going to be looking at. So you can see login, include relationship, login, another extend relationship. Yeah, it's high level. But when you want to talk about user story, yeah, it's a completely different thing. User story is basically an analysis of this functionality, which is the login. You want to analyze how the login, yeah, that is more details about the login information, yeah, or the behavior of login functionality, more details. So by the time you're analyzing this high-level information, because this is just high-level information, yeah, that's where you now come about writing your user story. Yeah? Does it make sense?
That was a bit. Yeah, it does.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Manuel,
Yes, come in.
let me say how I understand it.
Yeah, go
So, okay, in this login, when one wants to go detail on login, you can have something like login with username, or login with what is it again? Login with username, forget password, reset password, and so on. Is that what you?
Yes, again, that is more detailed.
Yeah, okay.
Concerning this requirement login. Yeah? So you are now breaking this login down to a granular form, yeah, where you can write a story. Now, a story is more like an actionable task.
Yeah.
Now, for example, yeah, an actionable task that the developers, yeah, can work on. As a BA, you are creating the work for them to do. For example, if you tell them to do a login page, you want a login functionality, it doesn't really make sense to the developers yet. They know what login is, but they will ask you questions. Okay, what details or other information do you want in the login? So that means from your high-level document, which is this, or your high-level requirement, which is 1.0, yeah, or 1.1 or 1.2, yeah, you will now further break down that 1.1 to more details. For example, we talked about having login with your personal details. You also have login with probably your social media account. Yeah. You also have login with probably a key. If they give you a key. Yeah. You also have probably logout. Yeah. Or you have things like password reset. those are now, you now see that this 1.1 will now be broken down to 1.1.1 and 1.1.2 and 1.1.3, depending on what the requirement is. Now, when you're doing requirement documentation, this is how you want to describe, you want to document your requirement. Yeah? Are we good?
Yes, I have a question, please.
Okay.
Okay, go on.
Yes, on one of your slides, I saw an acronym, SDLS. What does that mean?
SDLS. Are you a Scrum Master?
Software development life cycle.
Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Software development life cycle.
Okay. And the last question, please. This use case diagram, at what point of the product development does the BA have to present the use case diagram to the team?
Okay, this is how it works, yeah? Now, the use case is usually, the use case is usually something that helps, especially when you're trying to explain the system design, yeah? From a lower level, yeah? But the use case is a high level document. You know, when they are trying to understand what they are trying to build, yeah? During the initiation phase of the project, the ADM, this is where you come to play. Now, most times you find BAs there, yeah? BA helps them to understand the requirements, and they draw up this document, yeah, based on the information they've gathered. Now you can see now that the project has not started, but they already have designed this document to give them an idea, or for them to conceptualize the builds, what they're trying to build, or the design. Yeah. Stakeholder will be able to have input. Even the developers, yeah, would also have inputs, because this is what you do during the discovery phase, yeah, before they now move to the next phase, where they now take the requirement and, okay, for example, you know, they gave you guys project mandate, yeah? The project mandate mentioned some requirements. Those requirements, yeah, are probably extracted from the use case. Yeah? Does it make sense now? You can see now those requirements, they are just few. They are not a lot. They are not detailed. Yeah? So is that requirement they extract it from the use case, or the use case can be part of your project mandate that gives you the guide that you now use to further start your development, design, and, you know, testing and all that. Yeah.
Yes.
So at the high level, the ADM, yeah, the project guys, project managers, yeah, they participate here. The business also participates here, because this is where they're trying to gather information to understand how it's what we're trying to build. Yes. Adeyemi.
Okay. Added to the question I asked earlier, I think when we were taught about process map, we were given two different kinds of process map. We have high-level process map and low-level process map, which the high level is less detailed and the low level is more detailed. And the low level is being recommended for stakeholders that has much of time to listen to your presentation, and the high level is recommended for stakeholders that has less of time to listen to your presentation. Now we are having the same high level info in our use case diagram.
Okay, let me help you here. Let me help you here. So don't get confused. Let me help you here. Yeah. A process flow. Yeah. Have levels. Yeah. We have level 0 to level 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Level 4, level 0 is high level. Yeah. Level 1 is another level that has more detail than level 0. Now, what we are looking at, yeah, is not from the perspective of where you do a process flow. Yeah.
Okay.
You are understanding what you want to design. So a process flow comes in. Probably let's look at the login functionality. Now, in operations, yeah, in operations, you want to look at, okay, how will the login, what are the activities you want to perform with that login functionality? Yeah. So maybe there are just 5 actions that you want. Yeah. Now, you are looking at the login activities now. Yeah. That login activities. Yeah. Okay. Let me put it like this so that you understand. When you are building a process flow, high level process flow, you are looking at interaction. For example, you have various business units or departments, say accounting, say IT, say marketing, sales, what again? Legal. Yeah. Now, those individual units or departments, they have their processes. Yeah, they have their processes. But if management wants to look at those processes, yeah, want to have a view of all the various processes, yeah, at a glance, you won't be going into details. For example, you won't go into accounting process in details or legal process in details. You just pick up one area and how that area is intact or connected to the other end. You're not looking at it in details. Yeah, that's high level. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yes, it does.
It actually makes sense. Yeah,
it does.
So now you're looking at the process. Yeah, probably from the operational perspective. Yeah, but because of the level of who your audience are, let's say you are your director wants you to create a process. Yeah, your director does not have the time to be reviewing details about accounting process or marketing process or IT process. Your director wants to see the interaction between accounting and IT and marketing. Just a simple view of how does accounting interact with IT? How does IT interact with marketing or sales or legal? You understand, at that level. Yeah. So don't mistake use case and the process flow. The process flow, yeah, is more like an activity diagram. Again, behavioral, UML, yeah, tells you how Department A interacts with Department B and how Department B interacts with Department C, or how Department C interacts with Department A. Yeah. So if you now go on another level, yeah, you now be talking about how more details about department A, for instance, you break it further down. Maybe that is level 4 process. Yeah. Or now level 4 process is more for those people doing the work itself. Like, for example, you were asked to do a process flow, say for login. Yeah. That's just for one functionality. You can see that you have steps. You even created a process map showing how you're going to, how the system will behave, and also showing how the user are going to, what the users are going to be doing, and also how the system is going to respond. Yeah, but that is for a very low level, probably level 4 or operational level. Yeah. So, but for use case, yeah, use case is usually things that your say your architect will design. So you see at that level, yeah, they are still trying to see how everything fits. Yeah, but now remember, some of the function that the BA does, we have the solution architect or the architects themselves, also have business architect and data architect and all that. Those guys have taken away some of the work that the BA does. Yeah, because those work are more technical. Even the developers too also help to do that design. Yeah, to come up with that design. Yeah, but that design is high level. Then when you now go into the lower level, that's when you now be talking about the activity diagram. You can also have activity diagram at the top level. Yeah, but it's always rare. Instead, you can look at even when you want to look at the structure diagram instead of behavioral, which the data analyst uses most time, class diagram. Yeah, those ones are low level. It can also be high level. Yeah, for those ones. Yeah, because you're looking at breaking down probably the data. You want to understand the data schema, how data are being pulled and how it's being structured or captured. Yeah. Okay. So the question, I hope I've been able to answer your question.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
good.
Thank you.
So now, after this session that I'm going to show us, I want us to go into our separate breakout rooms. Yeah. Let's talk within ourselves and create something in 20 minutes. Yeah. But first, let me show you how to get there. Yeah. So if you have your Visio, this is my Visio. Yeah. You can easily come here. What's going on? Let me close. Okay. Please wait for print. What have I done? Okay. So from here, you can easily come to File. Yeah. Let me see if I can break this. Yeah. Can everybody still see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can see your
I
screen.
want to show us something. Yeah. I know I won't be able to, because I'm splitting my screen now. I don't know if it will work if I do this. Yeah, I know. So I'll leave it like this. So what we can do, you can see here, I said on the File tab, which is basically, yeah, you go to File here. Can you see that? Yeah, you click that. Yeah. What you can do, you can go to the search box. Now it's hidden. If I expand it, yeah, you see it. Okay, no. Okay. From here, yeah, you can decide to create blank. Yeah. Then you can come here, search for use case. Come on. Yeah. So we can see that it's not a lot that came out here. So what we can also do, let's cancel that. Let's go in. Let's go into more shapes. Yeah. Then we move down to where is the move down to software. Yeah. So on software, we have use case down there. Yeah. Let me see if I can capture that. Yeah. Are we listening, guys? Yeah.
Yes.
We come to
Yes.
file.
Yes, we are.
We come to file. Yeah. We create a blank page. Yeah. We come here, which is more shapes. We click that. We'll see the menu appear on the right. We scroll down where we have software and database. There's another menu or drop down on the left. On the right again, we move down to software. Software is where you have the use case. Yeah. And you scroll down, you see activity diagram, you see class diagram, you see communication, but we are looking for use case. So we click that. Yeah. So you see at the right-hand side, you see all the stencils there. Yeah. All the shapes. Yeah. So now you can see actor is already there. So we drag it in. Or let's start with the system that we want to build. We move the system. You can see we name it. My system. Please go home. Yeah. Let's be serious. Yeah. Let's say my system. Yeah. Now you can expand that. You can expand that. Yeah. So you title the system that we are building, you name it, that's your application, you name it. Yeah. You look for an actor. Again, remember the stakeholders who are going to be using the system. Say students. Yeah. I remember again, students can be generalized. Yeah, we can further break this down to new students or old students. Yeah, or we can copy, paste again here. We can say label tutor, just like that. So again, we can copy from here or we drag from here again, paste on the right. Remember, the right is responding to the action the left is performing. Yeah, say admin. Does it make sense now? Yeah?
Yes, yes.
Now remember again, the system, this is a boundary. This rectangle box is a boundary. Yeah? So what will the actors be doing with the system? Now, that's a use case. So let's label that as, say, registration. Say?
Yeah.
Registration. Yeah. So whatever the use case is, you can copy, paste, or you can drag and rename. Yeah.
Because
rename. When you're doing your own, you can just customize it based on your requirements. Yeah. So we have association. Yeah. Drag that. Yeah. How? Just like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And copy that as well and paste. Ouch. Yeah. And copy that association and paste so that you have another one. Yeah. Say it's performing this action. Yeah. Let's create another use case here. Another one just to depict. Yeah. Let's do another one here. Ouch. Yeah. Let's say X, 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 Y, 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 Y. Yeah. Now, we could see include and exclude relationship. Yeah. Once we pick that, let's say we add this here, or let's say here. Yeah. You can see. Yeah. So if you want it to show very well, all you can do is that, move it out. Yeah. That's include. Every time you register, this happens. Yeah. Or every time you log in, this happens. Yeah. Now, extend is the same thing. Yeah. The arrow will be different. Now, you can see how the arrow is. It's pointing to that direction. So, but you have to. Yeah. Yeah. So you see the arrow now. It's pointing back. That shows extend relationship. That means this doesn't always happen. While include, this always happen. Does it make sense now? Yeah?
Yes.
So association, you can keep doing this, you know, say probably this, I don't know what that means, but try as much as possible, yeah? Make sure it's the association does not tangle with something else, yeah?
Do we have this as well on Draw.io? Because
that's what I'm saying. There are so many tools you can use, but because you've been given Visio, use Visio. Yeah. If you want to also use Draw.io, also use Draw.io. The more tools you use, the better for you, because you don't know the environment you are going to go into and what they are going to be using.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you use Visio, make sure you understand how to use Visio, but they are all the same. It's all the same principle.
Yeah.
That you apply. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, we are not using dependency.
Dependency
That's
and
for a
then-
different thing, but it depends on what you are building. So don't get too confused. Yeah. So we have generalization if you want to use that. But again, this is what you're going to be doing. Just follow these steps, and I believe that you'll be fine. Can everybody see my screen still?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can see the steps. So I'll leave you guys, yeah, quickly.
Sorry, I want to ask a question, please, Emmanuel.
15 minutes to work with yourself, yeah, and come
Please,
up.
does this process apply to Lucid Chat?
Yeah, you can use Lucid Chat to build as well, to create one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the same way you taught about how to create this with Visio. Can we do this with Lucid Chat as well? Like from the file to the shapes?
Yeah. Lucid Chat also have a use case. Yeah, stencil or shapes, or what do you guys call it? I know it's stencil. Yeah, Lucid Chat have the same. Yeah, they all follow the same procedure, because again, all the elements, yeah, the notations, it's going to be the same. Now, the stick man, for example, yeah, might be different in Lucid Chat. It might be the same. I don't know. It's been a long time. Yeah. It might just be a skeleton like this. Yeah. It might be skeleton like this, but the principle is the same. You have the extend relationship, you have the include relationship, you have the association, you have the use case, you have the actors, and you have the system. Yeah. So guys, I'm going to send you this. Yeah. Basically going to also give you that, yeah, for the BAs, yeah, you get that, yeah, and what else? And I'm going to give you probably that as well, and this instruction, yeah, to help you understand what you're doing. Is that okay, guys?
Yeah, that's okay. Thank you.
So what is going to happen is this. Yeah, I thought we're going to have time for us to go back. Yeah, but I want us to still go back within our team and have this discussion. So if you guys have any question, just pose it to the platform. Yeah? And copy me. Yes, coming.
How do we draw this linking line? How do we draw it, like the one we have on our screen now? Like the line that joins from registration to student. Please, how do we draw the line? Yeah. The one.
You can see all these here. Can you see my screen?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember what association is?
Just drag and drop.
Is that the line you're talking about?
Drop, yes, drag and drop on top
Yeah.
the drawing pictures.
Just drag
and drop.
Yeah, and drop. Yeah, connect it. Yeah, for the extend, you see the extend, you see include. The arrow is pointing forward. But remember, when you are doing extend, yeah, you want to reverse the arrow. Yeah. Yeah. Do you understand? So
Yes,
that's it there. Yeah. So guys, I will leave you.
Sorry, I want to ask. In one of the diagram you showed us while during the class, there was a diagram you showed a bank building. Where can we get such a building, as in the drawings you put in that illustration?
Everything you want is on here. Yeah. So let's see. What do you want? What do you want?
Say like a building, like a building illustration. Yes.
You search for what you want.
Okay.
Yeah? You might not get exactly what you are thinking to get. Yeah. This thing is slow. Come on. You might not get exactly, but you must get something that you use.
Similar.
So you can see you have a lot of things here. Yeah.
Okay.
You see this building is quite different. Yeah. If it's bank as well, but it all depends. My system is old. Yeah. It's old.
Bank is already where you are. So I saw it.
Oh, bank is there, so you can see bank. Yeah. So just search for what you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm going to give you guys how many minutes? 15 minutes to go and interact with yourself. Now, you guys need to come up with this for your team. Yeah. Just design something for your team. The BA. Yeah. Because most of the time you do the documentation. Yeah. You have to help the stakeholder understand what is being built. Yeah. And also remember, you are the middleman. You are interacting with the business people because they only understand business language. And you are interacting with the technical people because they understand technical language. So you are in the middleman. You are explaining this to the business and also explaining this to the technical people. So the responsibility is on you, the BA. You are the solution architect or the enterprise architect. Yeah. You are everything that has to do with requirement. Yeah. So please, let's use the remaining 15 minutes to interact with ourselves in our breakout room. Yeah. Guys, please do something. If you don't play with this, you'll forget. I'm going to send these steps now to us on Telegram. Yeah. Or should I send it here? I'm not sure I can send it here. I'll send this on Telegram. For the BA.
Yeah, please put on Telegram. It's better for us.
The chat.
No, what I'm going to do, yeah, because the chat is so close. What I'm going to do, I'll send it on the BA guide, BA Guild.
Yeah.
Yes. And the BA, please share it on your team's platform.
Okay.
Yeah. So guys, I want to thank you all for this session. I hope we've done well. Yeah. I also like a situation where people tell me if I done well or I have not.
Excellent delivery. Thank
So
you.
that if there's an area where I've not done well, you highlight it there so that next time, yeah, we'll be able to address that. Yeah. So
Thank you.
guys.
You've done well. Thank you.
Thank you. And good night. See you some other time.